okay, I look good, I feel good, at least I think I look good, and I don't really feel that good. But here I am. Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm a musician, I'm a camper, I'm a rock climber, and I'm a cyclist. I like both road bike and mountain bike. I'm better at road bike. Endurance is fun. I actually cycled Tahoe one time. That was a lot of fun. I tend to crash a lot on mountain bikes. I can't get the hang of jumping. I also recently have been quite sick. Everything I'm doing is rest and recovery. So I don't have a super scheduled out daily routine, but just about every day I'm trying to eat better. I'm trying to work on my mental health, and I am half the time going to some sort of doctor appointment, psychiatrist. Okay, let me back up. I'll give you the full sick report here. So 2 years ago, almost exactly, it was 2019. I was living down in LA, going to college. I had a few finals coming up. Just did nothing for Thanksgiving. That was a good Thanksgiving. Just made myself some mashed potatoes and enjoyed some peace and quiet. Train of thought gone. That's right. Okay, so a few days after Thanksgiving, I got what felt like a really bad food poisoning episode. You know, all the gross stuff that happens during food poisoning, except for 8 hours overnight. That was brutal. But food poisoning normally just goes away. Usually when you're done throwing up, you get hungry again, you want to eat, recover. Yeah, so I got really bad food poisoning. I was missing a bunch of school because it just didn't go away. I wasn't, throwing up every 10 minutes anymore, but I just felt nauseous all the time. Anytime I ate, I felt like I was going to throw up. So for most of December in 2019, I think I averaged one meal every 3 days. It was bad. I was able to pull it together and do one of my concerts. Like I said before, I'm a musician. I'm a music major. I'm actually studying film composition, so writing music for picture, whether it's YouTube videos or big movies or video games, TV shows, you name it. I write the scores. Yeah, so I had my concert. It actually went really well despite not feeling very good. And I missed a few finals. I was able to take a few other ones. I wasn't really eating. Yeah, okay, once I went back to Northridge, I started seeing a doctor. He did all sorts of blood tests. I was seeing a doctor on campus, so it was really easy. They ordered just tons of tests. It was dirt cheap. It was really easy. They all came back saying I was in incredible health. So he referred me to a guy down there who would do an upper endoscopy. So I had my stomach scoped, and that came back perfect as well. Basically, test after test kept coming back clean. Fast forward to summer, I was starting to very slowly just recover on my own. I was able to go outside and exercise, eat like 70% normal. So I came back home, and COVID hit right around that time because it was spring break. The stomach issues were not as bad, but they still weren't fixed. So I decided to go see a doctor here in my hometown, um, who was helping me. We were running more tests, stuff that hadn't been covered before, and then I really shut down. I had another really, really, really bad food poisoning like episode where, I slept on the bathroom floor all night. I didn't actually really sleep. And since then I've been in really bad shape. I I'm able to stand up, talk to a camera, do things now, um, which is huge progress for me. Basically, I've been laying on the couch, laying in bed for the better part of the last year. Yeah. Yeah, when I got really bad, my multiple of my professors said, "Look, just stop coming to school. You can always come back." Um, and I, started going to more doctors. I'm up to like something like 13 or 15 different doctors now that I've seen about this, and no one could tell me why or what was going on really. No one could figure it out. But yeah, and then it was just getting worse and worse and worse, and I was losing more and more food on my diet until this last summer, I was pretty much down to just white rice and ground beef. And even that, like, I didn't want to eat. There were very few times over the last year that I felt hungry or had any type of food cravings. But in November, the beginning of last month, I did start to get some food cravings. So I called up my doctor and I said, I want to see a dietitian who, by the way, has been wonderful. This dietitian is super, super helpful with recommendations and tips and just so many good ideas. And I've gone from eating white rice and ground beef to now I've worked in almost all wheat products, almost all dairy products, so far with the exception of Swiss cheese for some reason. Egg, I don't really know where that fits anymore. And I just started working on vegetables. So I can eat I can eat riced cauliflower, riced carrots. I can cook rice in vegetable broth, and I can eat those fun little veggie pasta spirals. Yeah, those are fun. I feel like a little kid, a picky eater again. I mean, I was as a kid, so I feel like I'm going through all that again. Yeah, but now the other big problem I'm having is that all that time spent just laying on the couch, all of that time spent being horribly uncomfortable and sick, led to a severe decrease in my mental health. That my psychiatrist has diagnosed as OCD. Um, it um, it presents itself more in the form of germophobia or something close to that, because it's not quite germs, it's more contamination and gross. But yeah, that's just something I've been having a hard time with. I've been obsessively washing my hands. I don't know if you can see how cracked and torn and um, dry they are, but yeah. And it just makes things like laundry and sitting at the dinner table really hard. Basically, everything you do, everything that somebody does, I have 10 times as many steps to complete a task as I used to. So just recording this video, so I've got my phone here on a mic stand because I'm a musician. I don't have a regular tripod. I've got an adapter. That adapter I had to order in the mail so that my phone could go on the mic stand. It's actually a cool little device. But I get it in the mail. The package is filthy. I have to bring the package inside, open it up, go wash my hands. I have to take the box very carefully out of the package, set it on the table. I don't think I had to clean the table. Right, because the box inside was dirty anyways, so I didn't have to clean the table. But I had to go wash my hands again, open the little box and try and pull out the device without touching it with a part of my hand that touched the box. Rinse and repeat until I finally got this device clean enough for me to put my phone on it that I use every single day, obviously, and then put it on my mic stand. So, and that's just, something that's one little plastic piece that shouldn't have taken that much energy. There are multiple things that, they've gotten dirty, they've fallen on the floor, and I just can never get them to feel clean. My therapist says I'm spending all of my time in irrational thinking, and I should try and interrupt that with rational thinking. Yeah, that's I don't think she's wrong. Certainly wasn't something I noticed. I mean, I noticed that, my OCD issues, they stem from rational thoughts. Like, okay, well, if you go to the bathroom with dirty hands, like you enter the bathroom with dirty hands, you turn on the light and close the door and lock it, then, you go to the bathroom, you wash your hands, but then you unlock the door, open it, and turn off the lights. Like there's contamination there, You walked in with dirty hands and touched those, so now they're dirty. So how can you leave the bathroom with clean hands? That's the kind of thing my brain is just obsessing over and freaking out about. And that's kind of where I am now. I'm working with a psychiatrist and a therapist, and I am starting to make progress on that. I'd say I've always been a little on the OCD side, on the I like to keep things clean. It's just makes me feel good when things are clean. But somehow while I was sick, I went from liking to keep things clean to having full-blown meltdowns if something needs to be clean and I can't get it clean enough. And all of a sudden it was just a lot harder to clean everything. I don't know. One of my doctors said, a lack of control over pretty much every aspect of my life due to being sick could lead to my brain reaching out for what it can control and obsessing about it. Of course, it kind of feels like I took something I absolutely can control and made it uncontrollable. So I don't really know, but I don't know. All that to say, I am getting better, I am working on it, and that's why I can record this video today. I'm sure there's more I could have talked about, but thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.